Okay, we're on now.
You did, I sent it to board at Lookingglass.
All right,
Okay,
we're on.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, call the meeting to order. If everyone please rise, remove your hats, and we'll say the pledge of allegiance.
All right, stop.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you.
Can you hear Jerry?
Roll call.
I can't hear
Okay,
well very
roll
well.
call. Candace, I believe is absent. Jerry Harris.
Here?
Jerry is present. Bill Starnes.
Here.
It's better now.
Bill.
I'm here.
Bill's here.
Bill's here, okay. Alan.
Here.
Chief Rhodes.
Here.
And I am also here, so we have a quorum. And again, for our minutes, our agenda, all reports will be posted in full, so directors and staff will just provide summaries of the reports so we can save time. Next item, any additions to the monthly agenda? Any additions?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, seeing none, we will we'll move next to the minutes. Are there any comments or corrections on the minutes?
Yes. Steve, if you wouldn't mind turning the laptop.
I have not seen them. I don't know if anybody put anything in.
Is Jerry there somewhere?
They did get emailed to us a few days ago, so,
They were extremely
I did
late.
not see them.
Is that you, Jerry?
okay, right?
All right, I did have corrections. Am I up?
Okay,
Okay. Mostly just spelling errors, and I will do the correction for posting on the website. On roll call, Candace's name has an extra N in it that needs to be deleted. On item number 2, about the minutes, Bill Starnes, his last name has an extra E in it. And on the second page, old business about the May elections, it should be positions 1, 2, 3, and 5 that are currently open. And just for information purposes, there have been people who submitted applications for positions 1, 2, and 3, but so far nobody has submitted for position 5, and I believe tomorrow is the last day for filing an application. Although if people want to do a write-in campaign, that can still be done at the time of the election.
Yeah. Okay, it's up to you guys.
okay.
Position 5 might not have been open last month. Candace just announced that in the last couple.
Well, she would still need to run for re-election.
Well, we thought she was, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right. I understand.
that's all for my corrections. I'd like to move that we approve the minutes with corrections.
I'll second.
Okay, so it's been properly moved to approve the minutes with the aforementioned corrections. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And
Okay, and properly moved and seconded. We'll go ahead and call the roll. Jerry Harris.
Aye.
Bill.
Aye.
Alan.
aye.
And I vote the affirmative, so motion to approve the minutes with corrections passes. Okay, next we'll move to our financial report.
We wrote 6 checks this month. We have a total of 5,002, we wrote 6 checks for a total of $4,676.04. I deposited $5,275.21 in. Our balance at this time is ending balance was $3,799.69. We had interest of $809, and our ending money market was $210,988.02. Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
It's just, Bill was pretty faint, it was hard to hear him on our end.
Okay, well, we're hearing it really well.
Okay, we wrote a total checks of $4,676.04. Our ending balance at that time was $3,799.69. We had $8.09 in interest, and our money market balance as of 3/17/21 was $210,988.02.
Did you hear that? Okay.
Okay, I'd like to have a motion to pay the bills.
Move to pay the bills.
Okay, thank you, Jerry, for the motion. Alan, thank you for the second. All those in favor, we'll call the roll. So Jerry Harris,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
and I cast a vote in the affirmative. Motion passes to pay the bill. At this point, I have no one online. Is there anyone at the fire station that would like to make public comment?
I'd like to make a comment about the minutes. You guys probably, some people may have not have seen my email because it could have went to junk mail. It could have went to promotions or something like that when I sent it out. So I was gonna let Alan, I'll email the board again, or I'll let Alan and them know my email so they can maybe look for it when I send out the minutes.
Comment, if I may? Mr. President, may I make a comment to that?
Do you hear him, Rob?
I'm asking if I can make a comment about what Patricia just said.
Yeah, because
And we couldn't hear.
we couldn't hear him.
Oh, you couldn't hear? Okay, Patricia, if you would send out the minutes to board@lookingglassfire.org and also to chief@lookingglassfire.org so he gets a copy. We'd appreciate that.
I thought that's what I did, that's why I said if they.
I don't know if you did or not, I just wanted to be sure.
That's what I did, that's why I said when they said they didn't get it. It might be because my mail is junk mail. They don't recognize the email address, it's junk mail. Because if it goes to board,
Well, I think that's because they're looking at it when it's coming, when it's being forwarded from the district email to their personal email. Their personal email, I think, is recognizing as junk mail. I saw that also, but when I went into my district email account, it was there.
okay.
Did you hear that, Rob? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so she just wants to make sure that, if on district email, you'll get the minutes from her, and then if not, it might show up in your junk email if it comes from her personal email. Anyway,
Patricia.crabtree.life.
Okay, next on the agenda is the chief's report.
oh, boy.
You got a copy of it?
Yeah.
I got one if you need it.
Okay, so,
Excuse me, are we out of order?
I hope not.
Yes, here's it.
Rob? I
Rob?
believe on the agenda, it's communication report before the chief's report.
It's Jerry's turn first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, communication report, I guess I did skip over that. My apologies, Jerry.
That's all right. Okay, I'm just going to mention that I posted a notice about an OSU extension webinar for the Fire Aware, Fire Prepared program. And actually, today at noon was the first webinar that they had. And I believe it's on Wednesdays at noon that they're having that program. And if you're curious about that Fire Aware, Fire Prepared program, there's a link to information about it on our website under the safety or the news section of the homepage.
Oh, I see, okay.
Okay, I also forwarded a public records request to the chief that had been sent to the board, and he has been wonderful about taking responsibility to reply to those public records requests, partly because he's often dealing with Wheeler bookkeeping. So I want to thank you, Chief, for,
Yeah.
because you dealt with that, I believe.
Yeah, they're both, one's done and one's still pending. Haven't heard back from them.
Okay, that's all for my report.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Sorry, Chief, now it's your report.
Okay, just let you guys know, as long as we're in extreme, that our office is supposed to be closed. We limit the amount of people at our station to 6 people. If anyone in the community wants to call us on our business line, we'll make any arrangements we can to let them in and take care of their issue. February slowed down a little bit. The major call we had was the church fire down in Winston that we participated in. And let's see, no major issues on equipment this month. That was awesome. We got some money in this month from both the VFA grant and from the Archie Creek fire reimbursement. So that money will be going into our account. In fact, it got deposited today. And I have to disperse some of the money from the Archie Creek fire to the firefighters that were on it as contractors. And the state law says I gotta do it within 30 days, so I'll be asking you guys to sign some checks. Our FEMA grant request with Fire District 2 got in. And I'm surveying grant writers right now for vehicle grants and for a joint recruitment training grant with 10 Mile and Camas. We haven't been successful on the vehicle grant the last couple of years, and there's some real good grant writers around for a reasonable fee. The one that District 2 is using has been real successful, so I'm looking at them to try some more for this year and next year. Archie Creek, I think we're going to talk about board candidates and budget committee soon. But one major policy we got coming, I put it out in the mail today for you guys to look at, is we're entering into agreement with Evergreen Medical for physicals for our folks, DOT type physicals for driving, drug testing, and then just a general physical evaluation. And we're going to budget some money for that this year in the budget, but we're going to, at the start of the program, we're going to be, we'll be able to absorb that into the budget here before July. But, and part of it's the OSHA respiratory plan, which is another legal requirement we have to do. So you'll see more about that. And I think I sent a copy to all you guys. A couple more policies we're working on. I'm not going to go into those in detail. Anyway, that's it. I quit. I quit this part anyway.
As I say,
I quit my chief's minutes.
as I say, Chief, I just about came through the computer camera.
I quit my chief's minutes, sorry.
Okay, all right, thank you.
What about your
Okay,
year-end
moving
report?
on to old business.
I have to do that in new business, I
I'm sorry, what was that, Steve?
guess. Last month I had put out the year-end report. We don't really have that on the agenda. It's been posted, I believe. Is that right, Jerry?
On the director's page, yes.
Okay. So it's about 6 pages. I don't know if we want to review that separate or not, but just to let you know, it's been posted. And there's a lot of information on it. I don't know. I highlighted some of the highlights, but if it's been posted, if you guys would all
Well,
take a look at it.
may I make a suggestion?
I read it, it looked really good.
Okay, if the chief might just point out a few of the highlights. Right now, I just put it on the director's page under the documents for this meeting. And after this meeting, I will be putting it where typically his annual report goes on the blotter page.
Okay. So I do have a few highlights. We're currently at 18 active volunteers. We've got 5 of them that are, because the job commitments and stuff are sort of in and out right now. We responded to 233 calls last year, which was a large increase, an increase of over 60 from the year before, and the most we ever had. We did a lot of mutual and automatic aid this year. A lot of the calls were natural cover fires late in the year. We responded to 39 of them. Our fire loss for the year was $80,000, structure fire that was up on the Sugar Pine Reston Road area early in the year. We didn't have any related deaths or injuries. We had a total 11 acres of natural cover fires in our area. We responded to the Archie Creek fire. That was a big deal for us, and we committed ourselves to a week out there, 24 hours a day. Had some other things we had in structure fires at Camas, Melrose, and 10 Mile. Some big trauma-related vehicle accidents this year, some really interesting ones. And let's see, the pandemic, of course, for 2020, that's a whole thing. It's really affected our training and our the operations of our department, but we're trucking along pretty good on that. We had some repairs on vehicles this year, nothing really major. Avista Utilities donated that truck this year to us, so that was really awesome, and it would help us out in the glide fire. Let's see, we're going to keep on putting in grants for vehicles. We were successful this year in getting the BFA grant for $19,790. That was a matching grant. We were also successful in getting our SCBA grant with Douglas District 2, and that got us over $90,000 in funds. That took care of a major need that we had for long term. It should help us for the next 15 to 30 years. We got the emergency power generator is now in service and installed for the year. We also got that mobile generator, which has been, we finished a project at the Grange where we can hook it up for a power system for disaster. Our fire prevention public education this year was pretty minimal because of the COVID. We were unable to do anything with the school. We do have smoke detectors and address signs available here at the station if anybody wants them. Training this year, we were able to keep our over 60 hours on most of our people. The people we went to a lot of online training, and the big training thing this year was the live fire burn we did in Happy Valley in November. We trained about 75 people from all over the county, and our own people got some really good training on that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff we did this year. You'll have to read that yourself. Let's see, administration. Not going to say much about that. Facilities, we talked about, we got the station generator installed. A natural gas meter and underground pipe was brought in by Avista. We're going to be switching we're still in the process of switching the building heating to natural gas this year. And we have some paint supplies to update our graphics. We haven't got to that yet, but we will. Financially, our district is sound. We're actually going to come out of this year probably better than last year because of the unforeseen resources we got from the state over the Archie Creek fire. And I think that's the big summary, the biggest stuff on the report. Anyway, you can read that online.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving into old business. Items that we've had on our agenda for old business, board elections.
Board elections. Jerry just reviewed that 1, 2, and 3. We do have applications. I still have a person for number 5 that we haven't got it confirmed yet, so it's going to have to be a write-in if I don't get them before tomorrow. So yeah, our secretary Candace Spears is going to retire, I guess you would say, in July. So we'll have 4. We have the candidates we have. It's going to be a pretty strong board if those people do get elected. So I'm pretty happy about it. Anyway, we'll know here in the next few weeks that we can do a write-in campaign, or of course anybody else in the community who wants to apply for position number 5 or any other position, they're welcome to do that. What was the budget committee part of that too?
Budget committee is next, yep.
Okay. You want to talk any more about the director thing? Anybody? Okay. The budget committee, we have 3 returning people from last year. We have a new one, Misty Smith, and then What I'm gonna do is, between the 3 known candidates we have, I'm gonna invite them into the budget committee, so they'll have, it's them who's gonna be an alternate and who's gonna be on the committee. And we need to finish that off on April 21st, which would be our next board meeting, excuse me. Yeah, Wednesday, April 21st, if that's what we're gonna do, the third Wednesday of next month. So, anyway, we have more than enough people to go forward with the budget committee for this year. And, part of that is, I guess under this new business, I put out a draft budget calendar today, which, pretty much mimics last year. We just had to adjust a couple days around. And I wanted to get this out so that the people that were invited to be on the budget committee make sure they can make the meetings in the first place. That's gonna help determine which 5 are actually gonna be the committee members. And it kinda lays out, their first budget meeting would be Monday, May 3rd, if the calendar holds as it is. Anyway, that's about it for new business.
Have you secured the grades for that?
I have not officially secured it, but that's where we should do it for square footage, depending on what the county's rating is right now. We did that last year.
Get hold of
Yeah.
Neil and find out.
Yeah, we'll get hold of Neil for the Monday nights, yeah. Right now, they have commitments on Wednesday nights, I think, so Monday should be okay.
You got a date for that?
Monday, May 3rd would be the first budget committee meeting. Get on the draft calendar. And the second meeting would be Monday, May 17th.
I have a request
Yeah.
regarding the community members, but I think it'll be good for the board members also. I believe that you have the link to online trainings regarding budget law.
Yeah, I should have covered that.
Yeah, I
This
think
year,
it should be sent out to all budget committee members, whether they're active members or alternates.
Yeah, the Department of Resources, Secretary of State, I can't remember, one of the two. They have, on the website this year for the budget, they have they come and do meetings all around the state. This year, not doing that for COVID, but they recorded their webinars and stuff. So there's some really good, there's a whole series of short videos on what the budget process is, how it works and everything. And we'll try to get that to the budget committee members before we do it. It's a really good review. So yeah, there's a link that you can just go to the website and you can pick them. That's it.
Okay? Okay, and then, last item is, meetings for terms of service. I believe Jerry had a suggestion last time I visited with him.
Okay, well, first of all, I believe I sent to you and to the chief a draft document as a proposal to use with the chief for us to review with him what he's accomplished during the past year and what he proposes for his new length of term of service, how many years he would like to commit to.
Another 30?
Yeah, and then perhaps we could meet 2 board members or 1 board member at a time with the chief in the half hour to hour before next month's board meeting. And that the chief could perhaps fill in what information he thinks is relevant in the different areas. I believe there's like 9 different areas on the draft that I developed for our district potentially to use, if it looks reasonable to each of you. And then, we could just review it, and then, I guess we each write down any comments and sign the document after we've met with him, and then present that at the board meeting as our review.
Okay? I agree. I think that's a good system. So do I have a motion to adopt that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Bill did.
Okay. We properly moved and seconded to adopt Jerry's proposal. We'll go ahead and call the roll. So Jerry,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative, motion passes. Okay, so we will meet prior to the next board meeting and go over that. Okay, unless there's anything else on old business, we'll move on to new business. Any new business to be presented?
You have the item regarding the next board meeting.
Oh,
That's under new business.
moving the April board meeting to the 21st, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, one concern I have is, I am going into baseball and softball season. And so, for the April board meeting, that is going to be our baseball, softball season, and with constant rainouts, I have no idea what my April's gonna look like. What I do know is on the 14th, I have a conflict with the school board meeting, so putting that out there, we could move it to the third Wednesday, and I could have to travel to Brookings to make up a baseball game. So I just wanna put that out there for the board that I will have a very unstable April. Once we get past April into May, then I'm into basketball and wrestling. It's a little odd this year, but those are both, all three of those sports are indoor, and so there won't be any schedule changes. And generally speaking, we don't wrestle or play basketball on Wednesdays. So April is the only month that I'm worried about that moving the meeting to accommodate me may not end up being an accommodation that I'll be able to follow through on.
Well, if I might suggest, you already know that you definitely would not be available the second
Correct.
Wednesday. The
Correct.
third Wednesday, there's a possibility that you would
Correct.
be available. So it seems reasonable to me, and I would like to make a motion that we move the April meeting to the third Wednesday.
I'll second.
Okay, is
Bill seconded.
Bill seconded? Okay, and everyone, thank you, I just wanted to make sure I got that out there for full disclosure. Okay, any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. Jerry,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
and I vote the affirmative. Motion to move the meeting to April 21st passes. Okay, at this point, we'll move into our reports. I presently do not have anything. Do any of the other directors have any reports?
No?
Nope.
I am ready.
Any public comment?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Seeing none, we have set our next board meeting for Wednesday, April 21st, 7 p.m. And we will, directors will get together, not in a quorum, to meet with the chief prior to that meeting. Any last comments?
Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to be seen. And, I spend a lot of time in this room right now, so,
Looks like you need to go home, you've been there a long day.
it has been a long day, and as soon as I pay one last bill, I can go home.
All right.
All right, well, thank you very much, everybody. At this point, we stand adjourned.
Have a good night.
All right, have a good evening.
Yeah. Aye.
Hey, Alan.
Oh, sorry, lost him. All that.